Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha, and today I'm having steak, eggs, actually just one egg in here, brown rice, and broccoli. I decided to add the egg to this one today. I do this pretty often, but I thought I'll start doing it in my breakfast because eggs are a great litmus test. They're a great litmus test to determine if someone out there is in a diet cult and to kind of see if they know anything about nutrition. Like you can use eggs as an amazing litmus test to determine if someone actually understands nutrition, particularly nutrition for people who lift and work out. And that's going to offend a lot of you, by the way. I'm going to upset some people with this, because a bunch of you who follow my channel, I know for a fact you fall into one of these three groups. And you need to rethink your position if that's the case, because you really and truly don't understand anything about nutrition. All right, they tend to give you certain answers. When you tell someone, hey, I eat 2 or 3 eggs a day. All right. Anyone with a knowledge of nutrition goes, oh, okay, no problem. Anyone who actually understands that, a registered dietitian who knows you lift, in fact, if you told them 5, they're probably not going to have anything negative to say. That'll be the end of it. Here's your extremes. Get someone who says, oh yeah, that's going to kill you, all that cholesterol. All that cholesterol there, that's going to kill you. It's going to give you a heart attack. You should be replacing it with tofu. All right, you know already you're dealing with a kooky vegan who doesn't know science. Automatically. Because again, we come back over to dietary cholesterol is not linked to cardiovascular disease. It's just not. Saturated fat is. And that's where we're going to get to the next group. But you know what? Saturated fat's not inherently bad, is it? What do we mean? It's not like drinking alcohol, okay? Alcohol, sorry about that, I had to get up, my air conditioner cut on and it'll ruin the audio. Something like alcohol causes minor health problems at any amount. Like people say, well, you can moderate it and get very little negative effect. That's true. But 1 drink a week still makes a difference on your health markers. It's just very minimal, but it's not healthy. All right, saturated fat's one of those things that in moderation causes no problems. Meaning there are thresholds, and it's also dependent on activity level and genetics, where you eat saturated fat every day, and it will have no negative impact. None that's measurable. In fact, some of the fat in eggs, get that yolk right there. There we go. It can be cardioprotective. There's some data showing it can be slightly cardioprotective up to a point. But like with anything else, if you eat too much of it, it's a problem. It's a problem. But we get back over to what's the rest of your lifestyle look like. But this idea that eggs are automatically bad or that saturated fat or cholesterol at any intake is bad is crazy. Because it's possible to actually exceed. It's possible for vegans, and many vegans do. Many vegans get heart attacks. There are many vegans who exceed the saturated fat threshold off plants. And it's easier to do than people realize. All right? You can do it real easy with coconut oil. I'll do it real fast. You can technically do it with peanut butter, but it's hard. But, you know, they do reach it. And vegans die of heart attacks. All right, your next group. Saturated fat's great for you, and all that cholesterol in those eggs will boost your testosterone. That's complete bullshit. That's complete bullshit. That person is an idiot. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no evidence for this. None. Not based on anything realistic other than their imagination that they read in a bodybuilding magazine in 1980. That's it. And you can't use the argument, well, just because they haven't studied it, or you can't trust studies. Well, if we don't have science and studies, then you wouldn't even know that testosterone is made from a cholesterol molecule, so shut up. But they'll pull this, oh, it's amazing, you should be eating tons and tons of eggs, right? 12 eggs, 20 eggs, whatever their number is. Actually, you're going to develop a bunch of nutritional deficiencies if you do that. I mean, granted, eggs are full of certain things that are hard to get. Like, they're nutritional powerhouses. They are. Right? One of the few sources, very, very few food sources for retinol. You know, vitamin A that hasn't been converted. Because otherwise your body has to make retinol out of beta carotene. They've got vitamin D3 in them. There's some good stuff in eggs. Ultra high quality protein. But like with anything else, too much saturated fat does negatively affect your health. And that's not opinion. You guys see the point here? It's the people on the extremes. The people on the extremes who are problematic. Right? These are dogmatic cults. And they're based on ignorance. Then you'll get your supposed evidence-based one, and this is the next one, the last one. Oh, yeah, you can eat tons of eggs as long as it fits your macros. Really, jackass? Again, what I find with the flexible dieting crowd, they're only evidence-based to the point of fat loss. That's the only thing they care about. This group completely ignores health. They don't care about health. They don't care if you die at 27 as long as you have abs. That sums up flexible dieting. It really does. Because they'll pull this, oh, it doesn't matter. Get tons. You can eat 40 grams of saturated fat a day. If your macros allow for 50 grams of fat, 40 of it, or 60 or whatever, you can eat 40 grams of saturated fat every day. You'll be just fine. Really? You sure about that? Well, yeah, your body composition will be good as long as you count your macros and you're in a deficit. Right, and you just fill in the rest of your carbohydrate with high fructose corn syrup, as long as it fits your macros. Okay, this is another extreme idiotic diet cult. Okay, falls into the same category. So you see the point here, though, with the eggs. The eggs are fine. Having a few eggs a day, if it fits into your numbers, fits into your nutrition, you're physically active, is not going to hurt you in any way. In fact, it may be beneficial in certain ways. It's definitely beneficial on the muscle growth end. Right? There's some quality nutrients in there. It's high quality protein. But it's the idea that eggs are good or bad irrespective of the quantity. It's a problem. Or the people who completely disregard all of that and say, oh, the only thing that matters is carbs, fat, and protein grams. You know, before someone chimes in and says, oh, that's a misrepresentation, no, it isn't. There's a hell of a lot of flexible dieters with that mindset. I meet them all the time. Right? It should be a meme of flexible dieting, making fun of it that they exist, but they really do. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.